Alright, today I've been cutting the grass with the old wheel of my horse, and she ain't running too good. The fuel just boiled. You should have heard it. It sounded like a tea kettle. Can't even touch the carb. I gotta get rid of this exhaust system. It heats up the intake, heats up the fuel pump, and the points and everything in there. It heats the hell out of this poor coil too. It's all way overheated. I can't even touch the spark plug because I just got done mowing, but pick it up with a pair of, these batoners. Look how, if it'll focus. Come on. Sorry, my camera sucks. Focus. But yeah, that plug is like starch white. Goddamn. There we go, I focused for you. Yeah, she's running lean, way too lean. But I know you're not supposed to take stuff apart when it's hot, but it feels like I'm down and on power, so I turned this fuel screw up a click and a half. This tractor over here likes to foul plugs because I can't get it to run right, and it either runs way too lean or it runs way too rich. I'd rather it run rich because I can replace plugs more than I can replace rings. I know my exhaust is broken. The belt's pretty torn up in there too. That's not good. We'll need a belt. Or I'm just going to put this thing away for the season. Because I got those wheelers to take care of in that pickup truck. But so what you're going to want to do, you're having an overheating issue. I noticed I have some garbage built up in my fins. I'm going to take this all apart, take this apart, because it sounds like I have carbon buildup on the valves or something. Because every once in a while it sounds like the piston's slapping a little bit, but I've owned this thing for 10 years and I basically changed the oil. It's probably due for some big maintenance. Probably replace the head gasket, pull the head, build a new exhaust. I want all the hot exhaust gases just to come straight out. I'm not going to straight pipe it because then you can get the cops called for mowing your lawn. This PTO engagement is broken. I'm going to take that all apart and fix that. Carburetor, fuel pump's coming off. We're going to replace all the gaskets. And then another thing you can do is this is your air idle valve. Pardon my French, but this is your fuel air screw. I don't know what you want to call it. Doesn't matter to me. This is your fuel screw. This is the big needle jet. It's way deep down in that carburetor. I don't want to get near it because it's piping hot. Basically, if you turn it to the left, you're turning the fuel up. Turn it to the right, turn the fuel down. I rolled the fuel down when I got this thing out because it liked to fall out plugs. And you only do it in quarter turn increments. Cut a patch of grass, pull the plug, and see how it looks. The plug was a tiny bit sooty, but now she's burning way too lean, and she started pushing oil out of the breather, and it smelt like how my Yamaha smelt before I sold it. Blown up. So we're going to take that apart, clean it up good. Have another video on the disassembly and how to clean this thing up. Should be pretty easy. It's pretty simple. That Can-Am over there is no way to adjust the fuel. Fuel injected. Chinese four-wheeler. Now this thing is a piece of art. Now, if you have the option to buy one of these, I recommend you do. The blue tank, my extra fuel. This is your shifter. Suicide shifter. I basically only play with the idle. I don't really turn the fuel up. I cut some of the baffles out of the muffler, and she flows very well. Still got the key switch. Push button start. The wire ripped off. There's your key. Sweet Mustang just went by. The Goodyear too, not one of them weird ones. But yeah, an good old tractor. She's running a little lean. I'm gonna fatten her up and put a cold air intake on it. I have a cold air intake. It's just bright silver and it looks weird. But basically, I want this exhaust to come. It's gonna come out. Just did a burnout. That was pretty cool. You just come down here and you run this pipe up to about I'm gonna run it basically to that shop light, because I smashed this one. My friends like to hit their heads off of it. It's funny. It's funny when it's not you, but another thing you want to look out for these old engines. They don't have an oil filter. They're cast iron. They're heavy. They run real hot. Even if you do have them running right. I mowed my neighbor's lawn and then my lawn with it, and she was pretty hot. And that was in 50-degree weather in like October or something. You know, I wrapped the exhaust, made no difference. She just likes to run fat. I'm gonna change a few things on it. Mainly this, because that's messed up. I'm probably gonna build a heat shield for the fuel pump. If I keep the exhaust there. I'm also gonna build more shield on top of the cylinder head to direct more air over it, because it gets pretty hot under there. Another one of my side projects that I've been working on is this little Tecumseh over here. I got this thing running. Runs great. Don't know what to do with it, but I'm sure I'll find out. Just replace those bulbs and that light that I smashed. We got this thing. I'm probably just going to replace my clutch belt and my regular drive belt before winter. Keep it around. It's always good to have it running. And then this thing, I'm just going to tear it right down. Probably, I plan on flushing the oil with a gallon of diesel or like automatic transmission fluid, because it's a detergent. Probably a quart of regular 530 oil, and then a quart of like Dextron 5 automatic transmission fluid, and that'll push all the crap out real good. Let her idle, let her get nice and hot. Probably be spraying just regular old dirty motor oil into the intake just to lube up them valves and get everything nice and dirty, and then I can, or well, not dirty, but lube it up. It'll follow the plug out, who cares. We'll lube it up real good. Burn a little bit of automatic transmission fluid too. It'll clean right out. This plug is still probably 1,000,000 degrees. It's 1 or 2 threads in there. No more garbage can get in there. So it's probably a good idea to put the air in.